who would like to tell us what happened last time in the world of Athos?
Probably me.
Okay. Go get him, one-eyed Dan.
Okay. So, begin the session.
Cotton-eyed
Sessions. Fade to white. The sun beats down upon the players.
Mhm.
And also the characters.
Dan. I like just the players. I like the fact that you
Just the
guys are in
players.
Dark Sun. It's like, well,
It's
this
really
sucks.
it's fucking bright. Bright as shit.
You're out with your kukris and your makeup
Dan's
and
head
your well-done
is super
hair.
sunburned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
like bright red.
Yeah, but it was last session, so Aaron's charisma's up like an additional 4 points. It's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's sunny as fuck. Aaron is below.
Sunny as fuck.
All right, so we started off with a little chat with Lord Barty Bart Lear. And he was like, hey, how's it going? I wasn't cool what you did. So we don't want you, we kind of don't want you to come in with us. We're going to go to the city now, but you should stay here and wait a day. We're going to go, but we don't want to be in any way associated with you to the fine people of Tyr. And we're like, yeah, that's fine. And then they were like, well, what about Vordon? You said they were cool. Are they really chill? And we're like, yeah, they're pretty chill. They seem chill.
Yeah.
They really just asked me. I say they asked us. They asked Milo. Milo
They
was
asked
asked, and
Milo.
Milo said, yeah, they're totes chill. They're totes chill so far. But probably, probably not. I did say that part, but really they are. Probably shit. So we did that, and then so they're like, all right, yeah, just wait here. So we waited for about a minute, and then we started wandering off because we got real bored.
Yep.
So they're like, let's just walk around. And so we found a plant, like a cool looking plant that was, I think, at one point purple, then green, maybe, or blue,
Joker
something.
colors, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it just kind of rainbow shifted colors. So everyone was really into going to see the plant. No one wanted to back away. So we approached the plant boldly. We tried hard to fail, but eventually kind of saw there was a little bit of a bird underneath that plant being munched away at.
Yeah.
So it was a brief, easy fight with this plant. I mean, it's a fucking plant, right?
Yeah, basically two-manned it, really.
Yeah, it's like a no big deal.
I mean, we did,
Yeah.
literally, but
Strasza got muted,
You're muted,
but kept
Strasza.
talking,
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
then eventually started swearing.
That's it.
I said I soaked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
This one hit Baldir didn't have to take.
yeah. It started off with Strasza real scared, and then we're like, all right, let's do this. And then Strasza was like, "Zah!" And then it was just like,
Yeah.
just
Well, I
For
thought
about-
that
Million
Milo did
arrows.
this.
Yeah.
Is that Milo and Fowler are like, all right, we're gonna go in the front. We're gonna check out, see what's going on. And Trust's like, fuck that, I'm staying in the back. I don't want to go.
yeah,
forward.
sure. Yeah, we're like,
no
all right,
way. I've
gotta
seen
do
these
this. And
fucking
I was like,
things.
yeah,
Bad news.
monk speed.
And then just,
So she went from scared to scarred,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all up and down the other arm.
Yep.
But we got the prayer beats back -1. That got used, which made Milo's swatter all glowy and cool. Pretty sick as fuck. We buried our dear friend Gled. Few words were said. No bricks were left because no bonding points were ever made.
no.
You earn a bonding point, you get a brick with your burial. Otherwise, he was a bird. He was a bird. He was a good bird.
It was a good bird.
We had a nap. We went closer to Tyr, I should say, and then we had a nap. Then we went into Tyr, and step one was getting our rooms at the thing back, the Gold Inix. We got our rooms. We asked some of us asked the tavern keep to give us all the information we needed. And then we kind of as a group decided let's speak to a conservator and see where that goes. So there was a decision to go and kill the Gyros, but then a counter decision to maybe speak with Jayla, who's not so bad, not as bad, because maybe we don't have to kill her. So we made a great plan where Milo and Strasza were going to go do the diplomacy, while kind of try and find out how to get in contact with her, rather, at Drogmolly's, while Faldir went to the library, only to immediately discover that the library is in the Golden City and that's the whole thing we're trying to get into. So we abandoned that plan.
Well, I mean, I like how y'all were so shocked that this tyrannical god king would want to hide.
Wants to hide knowledge from the people?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it's knowledge that's not exactly easily accessible, given how many people can read.
I mean, that's true, but I feel like if you had a library, more people would put it in effort to learn.
Nah.
Okay. Anyway.
So we got the Drogmolly's. We met with Tutok. I then have, I think, like 68 ellipses. This is recreating that scene right now.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, we hung around with Tutok, and then eventually we did speak to Drogmolly. Found out that Dawn's Light is hanging out in town, but like apparently Dawn's Light's like everywhere. But the cool Dawn's Light, the ones with the little lizard guy, was hanging around here. So he told us whereabouts they were chilling. And I wrote down Black Sun something and something Tavern is where they're at. And so we decided that we would go seek them out, speak with them, and try and figure out what our next step should be with these conservators.
All right. So, it wasn't my favorite of summaries, but it was a solid summary, all the same. So, congratulations. Go ahead and take a magnificent point of inspiration from Milo. That's right. Feel it. Write it out. Alright. So, would anybody like to mention anything that Dan the Man missed?
Of which there's probably lots.
Yeah, so that's
Some
why I brought it up.
threadbare notes, guys. Like, I feel like more probably happened.
Well, I will tell you, it was the Sweetwater Inn, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd my pencil go?
I said something Tavern. That's pretty
Here it
close.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was so
I-
close I felt the need to correct it, because just, you know, I wanted to make sure you were on point.
Sweetwater. Who's even heard of such a thing?
Alright.
I found out how Kled died. Probably was killed by elves.
Yes,
there
that's
was an
right.
onyx dagger broken off in his throat. Usually done by the Onyx clan of elves,
Yeah.
ironically enough.
They're on point.
Maybe how they get their name. Who
They
knows?
maintain branding. Okay, that's fair. You also got a tent, if you recall.
Yeah, we went.
We met with Karina. Karina. Karina and
And also, I got drawing stuff.
yeah, you got some fucking canvas.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
charcoal.
Yep.
Hmm.
That's correct, which is good because you can't read or write.
Yes. No, I know.
Yeah, she's gonna draw self-portraits all day.
That's right.
Mhm.
So that's all good and great. Yeah, I felt like I didn't make a super strong decision. I feel like y'all are kind of feeling things out.
Mhm.
But if I recall correctly, that all sounds great. You'll have to remind me, did you guys set up a... Because I know y'all talked about it, but I don't remember if y'all confirmed y'all were going to do it. Try to set up another meeting with Dawn's Light through Drogmolly.
So what it was is we talked to Drogmolly. He told us there was gonna. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. There's gonna be a meeting or he's gonna put together a meeting in a day or two. I think he said.
Yeah.
We said, yeah, we'll totes be there. We're at the Gold Inix. Look us up.
Yep. That is actually
Right.
exactly what Milo said.
I do not recall using the phrase totes, but
No, he said.
No, that's what Milo said.
It's a tier
Yeah, you were
thing.
probably too sleepy. Yeah, it's a mole thing. You know, it's a the.
Oh, this is terrible. Oh no.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say it. I'm not
I,
gonna.
I skipped the
breaker.
page in my notebook.
No, I wasn't. I'm not saying it.
We went there.
It's not gonna
We
be
went
said.
there.
It's not said.
Freaking
I
easy.
led myself to it.
No, yeah, I know.
I
You
did.
You couldn't help
I
it.
was like,
You
oh.
did.
Culturally black.
Yeah,
Alright.
but yes, yeah. So no, we were gonna just try and find them. I think we asked him where they at, and he's like, they at here, and we're gonna go stroll up to them.
All right. That is all good and correct. So, as is my usual inquiry,
What day is it?
what day is it?
Can't help you.
I know you do, but you already have your inspiration.
I know I don't need it.
I remember that last time it was Lizard Man. We waited for a day in the desert, which means that I don't have the days written down, so it doesn't matter.
So that was a useless
Hold on.
exercise.
I can tell you.
I'm gonna guess. Hold on. If it was Lizard Man, I'm gonna guess Pixie.
Okay.
Go
Troll.
with the classic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a failure,
Yeah,
Sean.
that's-
If
yeah,
you were
also
if
a
you were a
failure.
good friend, I would whisper this to you. But I can't. So you're out.
Yeah.
You're out.
So it is the 30th day of Bloom, and it is Imp.
My imp face. I was trying to give it to you.
No, I wasn't even looking.
Yeah.
It was strong. I
Imp.
enjoyed it. I can see one eyebrow raise whenever you do that.
That's how imps
Because
look.
I've gone to the other eye now.
Oh, nice. Camera one.
Oh.
Camera two.
Oh, there we
Camera
go.
one.
Yep.
Camera two.
When you say camera 2, I can't see you at all. But it's fine.
Cool. Camera two. Camera two's not focused. Gotta fire that guy.
Alright. But anyway. So I will be nice. And as a backup for a second point of inspiration, what is the name of the proprietor of the Golden Annex?
Rowan.
I'm sorry, what?
Rowan.
Rowan.
I was so ready with that one.
Congratulations.
You had it locked and loaded.
Um,
Because it was also the bonus question of last game.
I know. I did it last time.
Was
and-
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, I like to give you guys stuff. Because I'm gonna kill you. And
Yeah.
because I mean, these are still all encounters that are built for four-man party. So I feel like a point of inspiration is basically making it. So you get a point of inspiration as well. Ian. Congratulations.
Thanks, friend.
Absolutely. So, and because we have not done it in a while, I need to do this. Hooray! Woo! Dark Sun, Athos. You know what it's like. It's rough. It's tough.
I just
love-
want to scribble over fucking Ruoff.
I like the DLC. You have to. I feel
That
like-
unlocked him, yeah.
I think that one that makes me smile the biggest. But I do. I mean, I can scroll to the side. It's like a Street Fighter situation. I enjoyed it. I feel very good about it. But enough of that. We will go ahead and part the veil of reality once more.
Damn it.
Returning to the city of Tyr. You guys have just finished your conversation with Drug Molly and have gained more knowledge and information. It is probably afternoon at this point, being that you guys had to go through the city gates, through the stadium gate, and you guys had to acquire rooms and speak with Drogmolly, and there was an extensive waiting to speak with a man who at this point is from his current position one of, if not the primary leader of House Fordon. So, what would you guys like to do as you guys remain in the Southern Noble District?
So was it the Black Sun District?
No, so there's a place that she tends to... She's often found,
Okay.
which is the Black Sun Villa. It's where parties and stuff are kind of thrown from time to time.
Buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that.
Cool.
But Drogmolly didn't go into too much detail about it. But he says that she often stays at the at the Sweetwater Inn. You seem so disappointed with that white wine. Why are you displeased with that?
I don't like it.
You should have gone with red. If you're gonna have
It's brought to me.
red meat.
It was granted to me.
Oh, I would drink it. I actually prefer white wine to red personally, but
Ew.
that's.
I like beer. I like beer and whiskey.
I mean, those.
No,
are,
I like wine.
Are you sure you're not
Jaeger.
an American? I feel like.
To be fair, Canada and whiskey, they're pretty.
Yeah,
That's
but
pretty-
beer less so. I feel.
It's backwards, but that says United States of goddamn America.
No, it flips it. I found this out the other day. It flips it for us so we can read it normally. But for you, it's
Oh.
backwards.
For me, okay, yeah. So
Yep.
you guys know. You know my
I remember
secret.
when you found that out.
It was a very exciting day.
It was.
But anyway,
I remember every second of it.
I like, I like beer and whiskey as well. I respect this. Although I'm a Scotch man. I've evolved. I've leveled
Oh, yeah?
up.
So it's fucked up. My favorite hard liquor is Jägermeister. Like I just love that shit.
Anyway.
I know that's like a fucking
Dark Sun.
All right, sorry. Dark Sun. Black Sun specifically.
So,
Black
yeah.
Sun Villa. And what time of day is it now?
So it's getting into the afternoon. It's probably around like 4 o'clock or so.
All right. Would I know where these places are? Probably not.
No. You were a
Yeah.
slave.
I was a fucking slave.
you
Yeah.
were a slave
I can take it.
in the fighting pits, like in the arena. Like you were not.
Show you guys. Show you guys my old cage.
Yeah. It was nice.
Did we leave? Did we part ways with Two Talk already?
Yeah. Yeah. He showed you guys
Okay.
that, and you guys came out, and then Faldir like collapsed unconscious, and
Mhm.
onto the cobblestone streets.
You realized
Which
I had
we've-
been doing drugs.
We've come to expect.
No,
though.
we didn't. They didn't just realize it.
Like,
She
oh,
just nodded, picked you up, and continued on with her life.
once again. Is there a guard, random person? Is there any human beings around?
I will say
Or
that you can
non-human
ask
beings.
around for directions and can roughly
gonna-
get them.
I'm gonna do that.
So you're the one who's doing it?
Oh fuck
Go ahead and
yeah,
roll me a charisma check, please.
yeah. Sure you don't want
No?
persuasion because it's real different.
No. Yeah. So, people are kind of put off by you guys. And
Fuck you too.
well, in no small part because you guys are in the nice part of town and you're dressed like hobos.
Wow, I never.
I mean,
Except for Faldir.
Except my clothes are pretty torn up from the whole, slowly being dissolved thing.
well, you're like
You
a
got a
hobo
fucking
who
wood
robbed
staff.
a rich guy. Is
Yeah. You got a nice wood staff.
Shrasa has some tattered. That's right, as I said. Shrasa has tattered robes that of which have probably various stains of blood and such seeped into them in some capacity. Milo is still wearing the top of a dead elf that you guys killed a long time ago. It never did anything to make it look nicer. There's still like a blood smear upon it where he was killed with a battle axe, I believe.
Mhm.
We're quite the bunch.
Yeah. I would
I just
also
love
like to
that
point
in
out.
all of this, Baldir has this fancy ass stick.
I would also like to
Like-
point out that before that in last episode, you guys were like, "So are elves like raiders and stuff?"
I would like to point out that I was not part of that question.
That was mostly Milo.
Yeah, you were while you're wearing their attire.
Dude, that was like raid or something. Is that like a thing?
Yeah. But so anyway, so people are put off by you, but they sort of direct you, give you an idea, and they kind of scoff a little whenever ask these questions to a degree, or they are just kind of intimidated by you, as you guys are weird, and you do notice that the Crimson Guard, that seem to be wandering around the Southern Noble District, definitely take a notice to you in your strangeness, kind of following you around a little bit.
Sweet.
But yeah, they tell you where those you're able to elicit the information as to where those buildings are.
Onward. I say.
To
I
where?
say to thee. Oh, it's the afternoon. Let's go to let's check the villa first.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So as you wander down cobblestone streets, you guys make your way towards this general area where you were told the Black Sun Villa is, and you find this elaborate manor. You can see that there are great white pillars, that of which hold up the actual building itself, has support structures with actual like ivy curling around them. You can see that it is impeccably taken care of. Must be cleaned almost daily for this to happen. You can see that that there is a sort of black circle, that of which is imbued upon the white wall that encircles the actual villa itself. You can see that there does not seem to be a ton of like actual people walking around, other than what appears to be like the help and such, who seem to be cleaning and taking care of various things. You can see as the evening is coming down, the various plants, as you can see, gardens that to you are probably wildly elaborate, being taken care of and tended to, though they are largely just a series of potted plants in various locations. You can see that it stands at about 3 stories tall, dwarfing the area, and you can see that that there's as you guys make your way towards this, there's a lesser presence of the Crimson Guard, and you can see that there seem to be personal house guards who are wandering around the area. Seem to be largely humans who are sort of patrolling the area, and that's sort of what you can see. The sun slowly sets.
We go back to the bar. We wait
Yeah.
for
Well,
something to happen.
that was an empty plan.
Okay. Are there? Is there someone who works there?
Yeah. There's people who work there. I assume you're looking for some sort of maitre d' or something along those
Yeah.
lines. You do find that in the front gate, which, as I said, there's a white wall that surrounds it. The actual front gate itself seems to be this fence that seems to be laden in some capacity with as though they were like, it's like a clay fence, it almost seems like, that seems to have draped almost attached to it these sheets of white, that of which have etchings upon them that are these elaborate ornate images. They seem to be of like people dancing in elaborate gowns and such, and at the front you can see that there is effectively like a guard posting there, and the equivalent of a small sort of tower that kind of looks over while 2 guards patrol the actual gate itself.
Okay. I'd like to approach
Okay.
the official looking individual.
Mhm.
You guys feel free to like one of you guys wants to
play
take
the
over.
game. Yeah.
Milo's happy to take charge here.
Absolutely.
But-
Seize the day.
Yeah, carp
By all means.
them DMs.
Yeah.
Like carp them all.
Carpe
Carp
D's
those
nuts,
DMs.
bitch.
God damn it.
Yeah, so I'll approach the Matradi
That's right.
person.
Mhm.
Hello.
Who goes there?
Me, Milo.
Me.
He looks
It's
up.
me, a Milo.
Do you have your invitation with you?
No. I don't. Is that okay?
Is any one of the noble family Shahram expecting you, sir?
Ooh. No. I'm just looking for. We are looking for friends of ours. We just want to know if they're maybe here now today. Lesmine? I don't know if that's a name that you would know.
His face doesn't seem to reveal anything. He says,
Okay.
I suggest you move along, sir.
Oh. Okay. Well, if you see her, let her know Milo and Baldir, and that's Shrasa. We're looking for her.
He doesn't seem to acknowledge that in any way, but there's a hint of derision that you all can see.
A hint?
Gaze. He's able to hide it.
Okay.
He's able to hide it pretty well.
What a pro. What a pro. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll take my leave.
Right.
Well, maybe we should go to the Sweetwater Inn.
Yes, that
Yeah.
seems like a
Hopefully that's more our
more
speed.
productive option.
It's getting later in the day. She's bound to return there. Maybe someone's there anyway. Maybe maybe Kiris is there.
So,
Go to Sweetwater.
as you guys make your way to Sweetwater Inn, it is getting later into the evening. And you can see that the inn itself is... This one's only 2 stories high. But still a large building as far as you're concerned. And you can see that there are people moving in and out of it who seem to largely be merchants and stuff. Not unlike the almost heads that you saw whenever you were in the caravan district. People who seem to be making deals and such. Along with each of them tending to have a guard or something around them. And as you guys enter, you can see that it is an incredibly clean and well-kept establishment. You guys keep moving up the ladder.
Shrasa is immediately displeased. No.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, and the people there are clean
Equally displeased.
and displeased. As these vagabonds stroll on in, you can see that there is actually inside the actual within the actual entrance itself, there's a small washing basin that's offered for people to sort of where you see a gentleman walk in front of you and wash his face before making his way inside. I assume you guys just drink it or whatever.
Oh my gosh, water!
Did you guys see the 13th Warrior?
Yeah, it's that.
It's that scene where they pass the water.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, swish it around, spit it back in.
Yeah. Anyway, you animals. You can see that there is this time an actual maitre d' who approaches you. It is a small dwarven woman, whom has sort of a short bob cut with her hair, dwarves have hair now because like I can only look up so many portraits of dwarves without hair and describe them in so many ways, and I'm like, they have hair now.
Yeah. Okay.
Dennis is like all people. They all look the same. It's
I like
just-
it.
Well, I'm not good enough at describing them thoroughly. I mean, I don't know how much y'all are gonna remember the bulbous nose of this dwarf versus anyway.
Nope.
Mhm.
Some dwarves have hair. Anyway, she has brown hair that's cut into a sort of short bob, along with soft gray eyes. And she says, "Oh, hello, travelers. Are you looking for rooms for the evening?"
Well, good evening, afternoon. We are looking to meet some friends of ours here for conversation and refreshments.
Of course. Well, there is a dining area over here, and you can see that to the side there is this stone that there's slight etchings into it that have paint that have been embedded inside of it. One of them is a sort of red sun, and the rest of it has an image of like an oasis that seems to have been etched into it with paint into the actual etching itself. And you can see gathered around there at these tables that are made what appears to be of like mechalot, I forget, the big lizard things, shells that seem to have been made into these very finely polished, almost shimmering tables where people are gathered around. She goes, "Of course." She goes, "You may sit where you wish, and if you see someone you may wish to converse with, you may, of course. However, I ask that you not harass any of the guests. Can I get any of you something to drink? We have some very fine Astacles wine, if that would be something that would interest you."
Yeah, I'll have some of that.
"Oh, of course."
I will as well.
All right. And she
You-
says, that will be one ceramic piece each.
Do you have anything else to drink?
I hand it to her.
She says, "Of course, we have some very fine ales that have been aged extensively." She says, "The cellars beneath the Sweetwater Inn are known for being most effective, and the well, that of which we possess, is known to produce exceedingly excellent ales itself, thus the name of the inn itself. If that would be something that might interest you, sir."
Yeah. Yes. Yep. One of those, please.
Of course. She says, "Of course, and that will also be one ceramic piece."
Okay.
And she moves off. So are you guys looking around for Lismine?
I tried
Yeah.
to find a booth.
Yeah.
There are no booths in Dark Sun.
No, this is a hard rule. I'm not going back on it.
Even though
Yeah.
this seems like a classier place, there are no booths.
I know.
There's still
There's no booths.
no one has come to that
Let's
idea.
open. Get like a nice corner booth, like.
The Sorcerer Kings have
Baldir gives up
outlined.
adventuring
Yeah.
and invents the booth.
Yeah, well, the Sorcerer Kings will hunt you.
It's for your defiler magic, yes.
Booths become infamous as a defiler product, and
right. But in any event, only the most
Sign-
lavish Rakshasa palaces are there actually.
They're a sign of-
and they're
they're a
sort
sign
more
of the
an extra-dimensional
resistance.
Space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, so Lesmine, Kiris, Morum, or I guess we don't know what Troy looks like, but anyone who looks like a guy named Troy.
all right. You see a lot of people who look like they might be a guy named Troy.
It might be Troy.
Milo just walks
I
around,
immediately start
"Troy,
harassing.
Troy!"
Milo shouts Troy to see if anyone looks.
Are you Troy?
Troy, and everyone looks confused, and it does not look that. So.
So no familiar faces, I'm guessing.
You do actually see, sort of in a back, on a table, there's a small cup, a clay cup, that of which, you see, the red-haired woman you met, sipping from. It has, this ornate image of clouds etched into it and a sky ray. Though it's fairly crude, but compared to what you're accustomed to, fine dining. She has a plate before her that has these various meats that have been sliced thinly and are sort of arrayed before her, and she seems to be sort of sipping on her drink while feeding a small lizard, sort of like a tiny velociraptor looking thing. I don't know if I ever showed you a picture of what he's supposed to look like.
I don't think you did.
Oh, well, this is what he's supposed to look like.
Described him as Tiny Raptor. That's what I wrote down.
Yeah,
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh,
that's what he's supposed to look like.
oh my goodness.
Oh my god, why didn't we go to the exotic pet place in Altruic? I could
know.
have got one.
Yes, you could have, but
We did go to the exotic pet place. Oh
yeah,
wait,
you
no,
did.
sorry. Well, yeah, we did that one time.
You did that one time, yes. But you didn't stay there for very long. And definitely didn't want to spend money, so...
Yeah, shit was expensive there. I remember
yeah.
that.
They're exotic
Yeah.
pets, anyway. And she seems to be feeding it a small touch of meat.
I found her.
Good job,
Let's
Milo.
go.
Yeah.
I will approach Lasmine.
Okay.
We all approached Jasmine.
Is she alone?
She seems to be
Other
alone.
than Luti?
Yes, other
Okay.
than Newty,
Luti?
with an N.
Fucker.
Newty, yeah. So, as you approach, she seems to be wearing fairly what appears to be fairly expensive traveler's clothes. They seem to be dyed with sort of golden front with red fringe, along with some sort of leathers that she's wearing as pants that have that again look to be of a very soft material, though still sturdy. She brushes back a lock of hair from her face and smiles up at you. Oh, good evening.
Hello, Lasmine.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Nuti.
If it isn't the sundered blade.
I elbow Milo.
Yes. That's right. And if it isn't Dawn's light,
Part of it, I suppose.
the best part.
I shoot Milo a look.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. I was gonna do a different character for this, but this is fine. Yeah. Anyway, no. Back on the my mind started wandering into humorous sequences where she laughs at one of Milo's jokes and touches his arm and all these sorts of
Yeah.
Strasza fucking
And then
body
Strasza
tackles
melee
her.
attacks,
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that, Trasa. In this
Just like
instance.
across the table.
Yeah, you assault this woman. That's gonna go well
Yeah.
for y'all.
And
Yeah.
then die swiftly after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
the exciting part is
Sort
how.
of what I do is die swiftly.
But anyway, she smiles and she says, "Please, have a seat."
Thank you.
I place myself between her and Milo.
Okay.
Fair.
I like to think that Milo is like sitting across from her. You just lay on the table.
You just drape yourself over Milo.
My,
A koala bear style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you laugh
Yes.
like this has never happened. Like we've never seen this before. But anyway, she seems to not be affected by it in any meaningful way. And Newty immediately wanders up to Milo and looks up at him, tilts its head.
No Nuti.
Yeah, as you reach down, pet its head, it kind of rubs its head up against your finger.
Love him so much.
The spines on his back kind of stick up a little bit, and it makes the equivalent of like a purr.
So fucking adorable.
Way too cute.
Jesus. Man ovaries.
See, and
All right.
and people say, Dark Sun's grimdark. Anyway.
I know.
Not when there are things like Luti and Tutok.
That's right.
I get so I'm now distracted with Newty.
Okay.
So over here.
We were sent to see if there was anything we could help Dawn's Light with.
She nods and sort of looks around. And then she kind of, you can see that she gives a scanning look of the room beyond you guys. As she, unlike some adventuring groups, thinks that speaking in an open forum such as this about your plans to overthrow the government.
I don't know who you're talking
Blue
about.
Octopus Adventuring Company was real bad at that.
No, we
So
own
we're
the
thinking
bar.
about killing the conservator of games. Is that cool, or should we do something else?
Yeah. Yeah, do that. See what she does.
We all die.
She says,
But the fun part is how.
well, first tell me, how is your journey through Kled? My understanding, as my second pass through there, was that you made quite a name for yourselves.
So
Oh.
we did.
She says, "Kled." I gotta look up from Newty. Go. It was good.
She smiles. It is good. This world can always use more hope. Elder
I'm a
Ryan-
knight of holy judgment now. So
She kind of smiles, and it is an
So there's
honor
that.
to meet Grimjaws first.
can look to Strasza and Faldir like, see?
I'm
You
pretty
see?
cool.
You see? I told you.
And she looks towards the other two, towards the adults, and says, as Newty like crawls up Milo's arm a little bit, and she says, my understanding is you are heading back to Altaric.
We hope to at some point, yes.
I meant after your journeys to Kled.
Yes, we returned to Alterac.
She holds out her hand for a moment, and at this time you see the maitre d', not maitre d', but a waitress come by and gives you each your drinks. The two of you who have wine were given the similar clay cup, not unlike what
Yasmin has.
what Lasmine has. As for you, Milo, you're given something of a more stout sort of mug, that of which appears to be some sort of like a carapace of some sort of creature that the actual exoskeleton has been heated and fused in such a way to make a sort of a really cool looking mug that has been polished and shined, and in it there's some sort of ale in it.
Nice. Do they sell these at the gift shop?
Listen, this is what nice places are like, okay?
Yeah, fuck this.
Yeah,
Fuck
no,
this.
this place has no character though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you get slop in a broken bowl here.
There's no grumpy Aarakocra behind the bar that threatens people with daggers. You know, it's just
There's not in
Yeah.
any of the places you've been to, in fact.
Threatens murdering party members blatantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, as you guys, I assume you drink the fluids given, and die.
I consume the fluid.
Anyway, I'm sorry, I just got finished watching like episodes 3 and 4 of Critical Role, and there was a lot of semen jokes whenever it was revealed that Travis's character is a sailor.
Yeah, it was went out to
Yeah.
see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam went pretty into that. Yeah.
I will say there was a whole off topic whenever Marisha Ray tasted the weird salt water that Travis's character vomited up and said you taste like semen. I swear to God, I saw Laura say, "Good for you, Matt." And I was just like, But anyway, back on topic. So yeah, as you guys sip your drinks, Faldir and Trassa, it is very, very sweet, but it's not too thick, like the drink you had in Kled, which I don't feel like looking up what it was called off the top of my head right now. Pitik. I did it. It's a very sweet, but it's not as aggressive or abrasive as that was. And it goes down smooth like water. It has very little bite to it, but you can taste and feel the alcohol. It's not particularly strong, but it's definitely sort of a sipping drink. And it has just a touch of sourness to it, just to give it a little bit of a bite. But nothing significant. Like, you can chug it, basically, and it wouldn't be a problem other than you might black out. But Milo, as far as your drink goes, it has it's almost like a much heartier sort of feel to it, as it's got a lot more body to it. It has a sort of stoutness and a definite more of that alcoholic bite to it, but it has a lot of it still has sort of this underlining sweetness that permeates it, that makes it a lot more pleasant to drink than the brown ales you've had in Tyr. And this has also been aged to a degree that of which makes it also sort of a fuller taste that has a more earthy tone to it. And basically, these are the best drinks you guys have ever had in your lives. But anyway, after the waitress leaves, Lasmine turns towards you guys. Perhaps it would be best if we convened to my room, that we might speak more privately.
Does she say this specifically to Milo?
Yeah, she winks at Milo. But in reality, she doesn't, but that's just what Milo sees.
Alright.
She slowly
Go to her room.
stands up, and
Let us adjudicate.
Nuti runs off Milo and scurries up her arm as she holds her hand out up to her shoulder. And then she turns and makes her way up. She heads up the stairwell, taking you into her room. As she does, you can see that this room is probably 5 times larger than any of the rooms you guys have stayed in before. You can see that there seems to be an actual bed there, that has drapings of elaborate fabric hanging over it as a canopy. You can see that there's a sort of a table that seems to be built out of clay and adobe. That seems to be some sort of study table, which is incredible because it operates under the assumption that people staying here can read. And you can see that there are papers there, bits of papyrus and such, that are laid about. And she goes ahead and guides over to this sort of couch that is largely just a series of cushions that have been merged together, and pillows and stuff. And she has a seat on it, leaning back. Nuti runs off of her shoulder and onto the couch and sort of makes a little nest atop of one of the cushions, sort of curling up in there, as she sort of slowly strokes his head. Please, sit.
Truss is just gonna like awkwardly sit cross-legged in the middle of the floor.
That's good. You don't want you get everything fucking filthy, probably. You dirty animals.
It's true.
She
Honestly.
wallows on the floor. And it's just,
Rolls
I
like a
leap
dog.
onto the bed and roll completely from the top to the bottom like 3 times.
Okay. Anyway,
As I walk over to sit down, I kind of want to see if I can sneakily peer at whatever papers are on the table.
Yeah.
Just to
Yes,
get a
you
hint
have
of
a
what
picture of
kind of
yourself.
material they might have.
So first, roll me a stealth check,
Mhm.
but with charisma as your modifier,
Okay.
because you're trying to make it look like you're not looking.
I'll just roll deception because that's the same
Sure,
thing.
that's fine.
Actually, no, it's not. I'm not proficient in stealth. Shit. I'll just roll a charisma check, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, roll me a charisma check.
Awesome.
All right, that's
Told ya.
fine. Now roll me a.
I'm a smooth fucking operator.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
You do one of those where you're like, ugh.
All right, and I'll say roll me a perception check.
I'm real good at those. That'll go better. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
So
it is double your first
you-
roll.
You blatantly don't see anything.
So yeah, so you guys walk in. Strassi,
You
you sit
observe
down.
the pens, like.
And you guys see Faldir kind of just go.
Yep. That's on brand. Right,
And,
as I was saying,
Leslie looks at you, Faldir, and she says, Faldir, please, I'll answer any of your questions. Just have a seat.
Yeah, I have a seat.
And then still kind of try to
Yeah,
sneak
exactly,
in one
yeah.
more.
No, I just pick up the
Okay.
papers on the way over and just start reading them. No.
No, that would not be,
No, not really.
that would not be a good idea. But, Milo, what do you do?
I have a seat.
You have a seat on the couch?
Yeah.
Leslie leans back into the cushions, crossing her legs. And she says, so, I've spoken with Drug Molly, and there are, of course, the rumors that have been circulating from outside. She says, if Drug Molly and Tutok were to be believed, which I certainly believe them, they say that Altaric has fallen to the dead.
As far as we can tell, that seems to be accurate.
She nods. And House Weston Blondo has been killed and overthrown by the houses of Anika and Wavir.
Yes.
And now the dead rule the city. Do you know what leads them?
Drog Molly suspected that it may be a sorcerer king. Another sorcerer king of some sort.
I asked what you may believe.
There was a tower of bone moving through the desert that precluded this invasion of Alterac. So I would have to agree with Drog Molly's assessment of the situation.
Slither.
Slither.
I'm sorry?
Scurry. Scurry.
God damn it.
She says, there are raiders in the Great Alluvian Wastes. Been there for some.
Snake tattoos.
From what tales have been told, they hail from a city not unlike what you describe, known as Slither. A fortress, maybe a better word.
Made of bone?
Pulled by
Moose.
2 great mechalots.
Yeah.
They're dead.
Yep.
And you've seen this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Arrived at Alterac as the city fell to forces of Anika and Wavir.
I cannot help but think that the timing just coincidental. Or should I say that it is not coincidental?
Incident.
One of the two, certainly.
Perhaps Slither was planning to take the city for some time. I don't know. Well, these are terrible news. The world seems to get darker every day. But soon it won't. She nods and reaches over and scratches on the neck of Nuti. And Nuti kind of nips at her finger, not like aggressively, but just holding it in his mouth, and she kind of wiggles it, playing with him a little.
So is there anything that you need assistance with that might help us make the world a brighter place?
She smiles. She says, right now things are in motion. She says, there are many questions. And Tithian, though he's the master of whispers, Kalik is becoming more and more paranoid every day. She says, you know our purpose,
Yes.
and it is no small feat. She says, the other members of Dawn's Light are doing what they can, so that when the time is upon us, we may do the impossible. But we will need support. As it stands, any and all allies could be fundamental in the coming days. Do you have any that we might call upon? Drugmolly says you were building up quite a reputation in Alteruk, but you did not seem to make many friends. Or at least that's how I'm choosing to word it. He, of course, may have described it differently.
Yes, we, for the most part, only worked with one individual. Well, I'm not sure if any allies that we have within Alteruk are alive anymore, fortunately.
Yes, the people of Alteruk loved us, but we don't know who's left alive.
She nods. And she says, well, there are, of course, groups around us, those who are no friend to the Sorcerer King, allies that could be made. Tithian believes that the key is the conservators, to have a sufficient number of them on our side. Drog, he seems to think that being that you had success with the people before, that might be your best aim here. He says you previously spent a lot of time in places not like this one. Ones where allegiances and grievances were settled more openly, crudely, immediately.
Yes.
All of the above.
Well, Molly did suggest perhaps. Really, Molly and Tithian argued about perhaps enlisting helps from gangs and the Wardens. But they are dangerous, and I agree with Molly on that. But Tithian seems to think that any blade is one that could be turned against the Ogre Doom. There are many ways to help the light, but every one of them is fraught with difficulty.
Yes.
I can help you in what I can, but my abilities are limited.
Do you know how we might gain entry to the Gold City?
Having permission from a conservator would be plausible, though I would not suggest Tithian. She says, I'm sure there are ways that it could be bribed into, though they would be challenging. It's possible that certain resources, you could fake being a group bringing them into the Golden City. Plants, exotics, magical components, slaves, whatever the case may be. These could be used, but it is certainly a challenge that we have as well.
I see. The conservators, is it... Tithian said that turning them against Karlach would be of great aid. Would we eliminate some of them at advance? But tip over the scale of our hands too much?
She smiles, and she says, well, Tithian does believe that several of them are going to be difficult to move.
Gyros.
Of course, they are at each other's throats, and Karlach is a paranoid tyrant who is likely to kill any of them at any moment's notice. She says, if you were to do so close to then perhaps, as it would destabilize the structure for a time, but it would need to be done close to that time.
Do you know when that time is? Or is that going to be the thing we talk about in the next meeting?
It will depend when the rest of my companions return. It will depend on how their adventures have gone.
I see. Is there anything more you know about the gangs and the Warrens that you could tell us?
She says they're not my expertise, but my understanding is that there are 3 major gangs. She says they're the Tooth Cutters, a group of elves. who have been operating for some time, trying to seize control of that. They are the ones who generally run many of the shops within the wardens. If you've tried to buy poisons or something like that, you've certainly run into them before.
Oh, never.
She says they're the Iron Rats. Largely thieves and cut purses, but who will make their way into the city proper for some time. But they certainly work in stolen goods as well, and in breaking and entering and alike. And then there is the Rune Keepers, halflings who are, well, they're almost as feral as beasts you might find in the wastes.
Mentioned that, well, we know that we're done. That there are slaves are being moved in that will aid the time comes. What of the other slaves?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Do you think the other slaves will rise up as well as their, like the other slaves beyond Vordans?
I think that that's difficult to say. A man who knows only the chain and the whip is reluctant to give away the only things he knows. What we are hoping is not to bring slaves in to oppose Kalik, but to liberate them. It's a dangerous proposition, and it will likely lead us to nearly bankrupt, or possibly to bankrupt House Vordan.
Why is Vordan willing to do this?
That's a question that is better answered by Troy. It is his house, and I want to speak for him.
Of course.
But he's a good man.
And a strong warrior, we've heard.
He'll tell you he's stronger than he is.
Don't they all?
Well, we heard it from someone who turned into an NPC that he was pretty good at warrioring. We have it on good authority. There might be something we can do then. Okay. Well, look to Shasa and Faldir. Have anything else?
Nothing else comes to mind at the moment, no.
Mm-mm.
Okay. We are staying at the Golden Inix. If you to get word to us. Be waiting to hear from Grogmolly's messenger for the meeting. But in the meantime, we'll do what we can. Get what allies we can muster.
Before you do anything, please let us know. We don't want to. We want to be moving in concert.
Right, well, what I was thinking is we could attempt to ally with one of these gangs within the Warrens. Gain favor with them, so they can aid us in the battle to come. I was personally thinking of the Toothcutters, because they seem like they would probably be the easiest to ally with, their interests being in money, given that they run most of the stores within the Warrens.
Is there a faction who's on top, or at least who's strongest in terms of strength blade? The Iron Rats are just thieves.
The halflings sound like they'd probably be the best when it comes to an actual fight, but on the other hand, they also seem like they would be the most difficult to.
They'd only be our allies as long as we have a common note.
Well, if you want cunning, I would say the Iron Rats. If you want those with resources, the Toothcutters. And if you're looking for might, the Rune Keepers are certainly your best bet. But each have their own perils. The Toothcutters can be bought, and our funds are stretched thin as they are. The Iron Rats are not as
Mercenary?
yes, but they may not be as invested in politics. So their interest may not be maximal. And the Rune Creepers are like making a deal with fire. Powerful. But the flames will lick at your skin as well as your foes if you are not careful.
We also thought to, not sure how or when, but we thought to try and speak to Jayla, the conservator, to win her over to the cause.
She leans back and thinks about this. And she says, well, that's certainly would be an interesting decision. Jayla is not someone I know particularly well. Tithian would know more. I would say getting an audience with her could be done through propositions for the arena or through success in it. She says, I'm not sure what you've been told, but Lizard Man games are held, and it is at the end of this month that we will be reaching Asalia, Festival of the Soaring Sun, and there will surely be games of great note there. And I have no doubt that she will be looking to make them a spectacle. If you have something to offer her, she would probably speak with you. But that is merely a point of her position. I cannot tell you her personal, as that is something that Tiffany would know more than I.
Good. We will maybe ask Tithian at the next meeting for his insight.
She nods.
Okay. Well, we'll start in the Warrens then. See you
Yes.
next at the meeting. Should anything come up, let us know. We'll do the same.
Of course.
If we don't see you here, can we do we
Check here regularly. If you don't find me there, speak with Drug Molly. He will know.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Lismi. Good to see you again.
It gives me
Thank
great
you.
pleasure to know that we are not the only ones fighting for a better world. She stands up and opens her arms towards you. Yep. She hugs you and gives you a peck on the cheek, and does the same with each member. It's the sort of French, she doesn't actually, her lips never touch,
Yeah.
but it's sort of on the side thing.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I'm impressed you even hugged us.
Yeah, it's like one of those
Yeah.
cover hugs.
You can go ahead and give an insight check if you want.
Lucky.
As
I
she
will do
picks
this.
all of our pockets.
Yeah.
I will do the thing.
You have no more prayer beads.
She has a swatter on her back. And she's-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Swatty's
as
on
we
her
walk
back.
away, it's like, oh, I
She's
don't
got two
remember having that.
candlesticks at her
Yeah.
side.
And a knotted rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as she does so, Shasti, you kind of get the impression that, like, she's in a nice place today, but the calluses on her hands and the peeling skin on the back of her neck tell you that she is not a hemmed up milquetoast character. She is certainly someone who she's someone who has been called a waste walker in her time as well. And judging from her current status, she has gotten her hands dirty once or twice and is probably pretty good at whatever she does. But she does not bear the calluses of a weapon wielder. But anyway, she gives each of you a hug and sort of kiss on the cheek
Alright.
and smiles. As you guys leave, you feel like on the perhaps a tug on your sandal or on the hem of your pant leg, a little nudie tugging on it a little. It lets a little. Meep.
Yeah. God. Bend down and give him a little farewell scritch.
Yeah. Lesmian walks over and scoops him up. He seemed taken quite a liking to you.
He's a good little lizard man. I like him very much.
He's also very insightful. Take care,
Smile.
Sunderblade.
Thank you.
You as well.
As well.
She nods.
And away we go.
Whee!
Yep. It's night now. The sun is set.
Back to the Golden Bombo.
Well, what the fuck is that game where this exact thing happens where it's like, you can ally with different factions and they provide different benefits?
I mean, there's
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of games like that.
I was to say that's like literally every RPG ever.
Oh, you mean like a game? Like one of
Yeah.
those video games you mean,
Yeah.
Dan? Job.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, you, like, Fallout New Vegas is probably the most prominent one that pops out of my head.
That's one.
The one that stood out to me was Infamous, because it's like make decision.
Yeah, but this one, it's like, it's where it's like, it's specifically, it's like, one gives you strength, one gives you money, one gives you intel.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. Okay. Well, so should we just go to the Warrens and see what's there? We leave our purses visible. We're bound to meet someone.
By the sounds of it, that's how we'd meet a member of the Iron Rats, yes.
I love your plan. Like, let's just go to a bad part of town and just pick a fight.
At night.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, at night is when they're going to be around. They're not, like, they're going to be less prevalent. We want to find these people and then talk to them.
I have some contacts who are likely members of the Tooth Cutters who could at least give me some information on who I could talk to about potentially doing a job or two. If we're interested in them. If we want another faction, then we will have to come up with a different plan. But
I mean, my concern with the Tooth Cutters is if they are to be bought,
It would be
where are
kind of-
those funds supposed to come from?
You feel the heavy weight of a candlestick in your backpack.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea where we would
Uh-uh.
come up with the
No.
money.
No,
Not
we
a
spend
clue.
other people's money here at the Sundered Blade.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
dude, we don't play this shit.
Are you new
maybe
here?
we could go.
Like,
We can go get Cled's money. That's
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
roll
let's-
the show.
let's go back. Let's go back and get all of
Let's
them.
go back. Hey, Elder Wyan, yeah. Like, I feel like it's really.
Y'all are trying to leverage that little
Got this.
village a lot, and it is not. It's
Not like
not
this
as great as you
oath.
think.
Got this.
Yeah,
oath.
they do have a horn, though.
I do have
The
a horn.
shitty camp.
Yeah.
So if you want ghost
I'm
sound,
not-
you can do tricks for money.
Man, I'm not bitter about that at all still. But anyway,
Yeah, 'cause
Not
you
that
haven't made
good.
any decisions that have endangered the party or caused any
No.
problems in any way.
I certainly didn't destroy a city. But anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway.
Yeah. You
Listen,
definitely
you've
did
all
destroy
made
all the other.
decisions. Now is a bad time to point fingers.
True.
It's especially
I don't
rough
have
when people
I don't
only
have as
five.
many fingers as yeah.
Yeah, you've only got the 5. Adorable.
Anyway.
Okay. I don't know the elves. We haven't known many good elves, I think. Might be.
Are you guys
think it's-
outside of the establishment now? You chilling out at the
I think
bar?
we're out in the street,
Okay.
probably wandering.
Yeah, we're talking
Yeah.
about our plan, out in the open, just like we do.
Just as we do.
Common.
But maybe. But what did they get us
Resources.
to do? What?
That was loud.
Surely-
I look to my left.
Oh.
I look to my right
That was
to
loud.
make sure they're
there's a tuba player just following us.
I put a record on very loud. No.
Surely for what's to come, Runekeepers, we need fighters. To fight.
Well, in theory, with resources, we could hire fighters. But that seems
But-
circular.
Yeah, y'all just gotta go hire, like, some of the cool guys you met, like the Black Sand Raiders, or...
Yeah, I'm sure we
Yeah.
can hire them. I'm sure there's no bad blood there.
Why would there be? No one
No
survived.
survivor. Yeah, no one knows we're anything but great. You
Yeah.
can say, hey, yeah, we got a buddy back in Altaric. You might know him. Oh no. Oh, Dude, our bird buddy back in Alterix got the tattoo. Probably used to run with him, and now it's them who are living there. If that's the same fucking tower.
No, that's a different tattoo and a different gang.
Oh.
There's a lot of things happening in Dark Sun.
Yeah. So the
Milo's like all raiders are of the
Yeah,
same.
they
the
all
same,
got
yeah.
tattoos and shit.
They're all
Some are
elves, right?
some are humans, but yeah.
I said they were all elves. Damn it.
The mercenaries from Slither have a snake tattoo. The Men of the Black Sands is like a helm.
Oh, god damn it! You're right. Okay, that's right. The snake tattoo guys. I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
The one that
Skull.
you literally cut off the snake tattoo and had it like.
I had his arm for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Not just the tattoo, his arm.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Milo likes to carry body parts. You know what?
And it
I
makes
don't
you feel
judge.
any better. The NPC you guys met had a patch of skin that had the helm tattoo on it, so had the black helm. So,
beautiful.
but he's
You mean the
gone now.
13? You mean the 13 hit point NPC? Okay, I just
Yeah.
wanted to clarify
That's the
because we've
one.
met a lot of NPCs.
Anyway,
Ghost. Well, okay. We'd have to establish a goal. If the Iron Rats maybe don't care as much, and if the Tooth Cutters just want profit, then there's not going to be much money made here. They probably won't give us ceramic for nothing.
I mean, to be fair, there is probably a lot of wealth to be had in the venture we're discussing.
Maybe.
I look to the Golden City and see what it is made out of.
it's not
That is
actual
fucking
gold.
polished
I know.
granite.
Yes.
I know. I'm
Piece of
just.
shit.
Yes.
Okay. Well, whichever one, we should get them on our. It's a lot to ask.
Yes.
To get them on our side by promising what comes after.
We probably
by
sh- we probably
eliminating-
shouldn't lead with what we're going to ask them to do. We should probably work for them for a bit, gain their trust, and then discuss potential further business. Does that make sense?
Makes logical sense.
Okay. What about Jayla?
I believe Lasmian said that we don't really need to worry about talking to her until further on.
No. That was killing Eros. She was talking about.
I look to my left and I look to my right and I make sure that there's no one listening.
That was
Conversation.
murdering the other one. Remember how?
No, we were gonna
murdering-
murder that guy. Yes.
Yeah, remember that
forgot.
conservator? That one we were murdering. The other one
That
we're
guy
talking to
who
make
coincidentally-
to help us rise up against the Sorcerer King. Remember Kalek the Ogre Doom? That one, the one we're gonna overthrow soon.
He turns himself into a slime and oozes away. No.
Oozing on over. Right. Yes. But he meant the other thing. This when
Oh,
we don't want to do that now. Like we want to wait. But talking and convincing we could do.
I think we at least need to wait to find out more about her.
yes, we should wait till
But
after.
yes, we'll wait
Discussion.
until after the meeting. Our friend.
Yes. That.
Should we go to? Do you want us to go with you to speak to you? Should we just? What do we? Are you sure the tooth cutters are the right ones?
I think they're a good option. If either of you feel differently, let me know and we can discuss it.
I think the rune keepers are better. They're halflings. Halflings are nice.
That is fundamentally not true in this universe. But by all means,
Dasik was a dear friend.
I was going to say the Iron Rats.
great.
We
Let's
evenly
all
split.
three go work for each match.
Oh my god.
Whoever survives.
Guys, we could split up. We could each have our own challenge that we have to succeed or fail at.
Yeah, that,
Yeah,
And
it's
then
just
based
shitty
on-
versus the ground.
And then
And
based
then-
on how many successes we get.
We burn the city to the ground.
Yeah. Fuck
Only
you,
dealing
dear.
with the
Whoosh.
fucking, what are they called? Gangs. There we go. I got there.
That's what
We're
makes the
only
Sorcerer
dealing with
King.
them, but somehow we managed to burn the entire city down.
Yeah.
And then we
yeah.
kill the Sorcerer King. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Um,
And then and Alteric just gets struck by lightning somehow in the midst of this.
correct.
Well, she. All right.
No, I was going to say the Iron Rats, but Faldir, if you have contacts in the Tooth Cutters, that's a place to start.
well, I mean, there are ways to get contacts in the other two organizations as well, if need be. Just so present. Let's discuss this. What are our
So, the Tooth Cutters give us maybe resources, though I don't think I understand this. They want money, but they would give us money.
exactly that? No, we would become ingratiated to them, and it's not just money that they can get us. They can get us access to weapons, to poisons, to all manner of things. Potentially,
We have those things, though.
we do, but some of those involved in our thought process do not.
Okay. What about the Iron Rats?
So what's the discussion there?
I mean, I feel like they are probably going to know how to find all of those things for cheaper than what the Tooth Cutters are going to give us. Albeit probably through shady means. And I feel like they're going to know the underground better than either of the other two.
Well, that was my thought process for the Iron Rats, is that they could probably get us into places that we otherwise wouldn't be able to,
Like the Gold City?
like the gold.
Like the Golden City, yes.
But they also might not be particularly keen on the outcome of our plan overall.
I honestly think the Tooth Cutters would be less keen on it than the Iron Rats. The Iron Rats are thieves and fencers, and that carries on no matter what government there is. But an economy goes to shit.
I look to my left.
when the government
I
falls
look to my
apart.
right.
This is all, we're just talking about our favorite
Yeah, it's
fantasy
fine.
novels that we
Yeah.
definitely get.
But if there isn't a higher class for them to steal from,
I feel like if there aren't people to sell to, that argument stands for the Tooth Cutters too.
You know, where that argument doesn't hold true for is
The
Feral
batshit
warrior.
crazy
bunch
halfling.
of
feral warrior
cannibals, yes.
halflings who eat the dead.
I see no downside. It is
They thrive in this. This is
a battle
perfect.
crew all in one.
Maybe this is perfect for them.
Yeah, none of this can fail. I like it.
The Rune Keepers would give us more of a fighting force. I don't know. I know there were guards at the house where we were just now. Well, earlier. We spoke to the dwarf friend of ours. He had guards. But I think they're not as many as the other guards.
Yeah.
That are here.
Mhm.
So more of those when the time comes might be good. Did alright, so I can't remember, and I'll ask it in character, but if I need to, but are these three gangs, are they like at odds with each other? Is there a big old turf war going on, or we just know that there are three gangs?
Y'all didn't really ask that question.
Yeah, we sure didn't. Alright, cool.
So yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So we literally have gotten nowhere in this argument so far.
Classic.
We should speak to someone who might know more about this.
Okay, well, I have someone I can talk to gather information about probably all three of these gangs to some extent.
That would be best. If there's friction
As long as
between
I'm-
them,
Careful in how I ask.
you always are.
Oh yeah.
The carefulest.
Mhm. Yeah, looks down at missing arm.
Very good. My middle name.
Baldir Careful Evram.
If you could, that would be good.
That's right. You have a name.
I know. Every time I bring up the fact that I have a last name, you're like, oh shit, he has a last name.
I know. I was bringing it back because I knew that, but I wanted to
Call
say
back.
it again for fun.
Call back to the earlier humor.
That's right.
If we can learn more and find out what they do, maybe what they might want, we can use that.
Okay. I should probably go alone because they don't know you. And unless you want to go for some reason.
Well, is it safe? Will you be
I
Well,
mean, do you need backup?
It's relatively safe. I've done business with them before, so
okay?
I didn't die then. So
Yeah. So that.
And therefore,
that means,
nothing bad can happen.
That means I've ruled out all the deaths possible.
That means that everything we've done has been safe.
look at it this
Relatively.
way: if you wake up in the morning and you find out that the Warrens have been covered in, have been overrun by slime monsters, you'll know something bad happened.
It is in the Warrens where you must meet your person. Then.
Yes. This person doesn't even have a name, might I add. Not yet, anyway. Just on
That's
a
a-
sidebar.
We
Good.
could. Would it be best if we go with you partway there? I don't want you to be. Look, we know you can defend yourself.
Mhm.
Well, the strongest of us all. But from the reaction from Lord Lear earlier, might be best to not have to do that kind of type of thing.
How about this? We will take you most of the way there.
Yeah.
Wait casually at that point. If all goes to shit, hobble as quickly as you can in our general direction.
All right,
Yes.
fair
Yeah.
enough.
Let's go.
Away.
All right.
Whoosh, whoosh,
Night
montage.
Warren.
So
Are there just a lot of rabbits here? I hope so.
no,
Shit.
there are in fact no rabbits.
No.
In all of Dark Sun,
Well.
they've been consumed.
And yeah, there are no rabbits in Dark Sun.
I don't think
like-
there are.
There's an adjacent universe where there are rabbits in booths.
Yeah.
This is not that universe.
Bajiad has a rabbit in a booth.
Yeah.
Wearing
It's like in a
gift
snow
mask.
globe. Like,
Yeah.
That's correct.
Got a fucking gimp suit on in a snow globe.
That's right. Mhm. All that's correct. Anyway, so it is at this point that you guys take up your endeavor. You guys make your way over into a really swell location,
Mhm.
Which is the Warrens. And as previously established, this is not like a great place to be during the day. As you guys make your way into there, two of you for the first time, you see that Tyrian Guard are often seen throughout the streets in various locations. The only place you haven't seen them really were in the Southern Noble District, but there you saw the Crimson Helms. Here you see no such thing. The guards are not present at all. It gets less and less as you make your way towards the Warrens, and upon actually arriving there are no guards. You can see that the buildings are dilapidated and battered. Whereas you had fine cobblestone in the Noble District and paved roads moving through the Caravan District and Merchant District, here it is broken pavement. In places it's just dirt roads. The buildings that are there are this cheap adobe that are crumbling. You can see there are other establishments that have been built that are fallen and a ruin, and you're walking through what can only be described as a broken place. You can see that there are people lying in the streets. Some of them effectively are smoking various drugs and alike. You can see others with cloths wrapped around their faces, having fallen unconscious, consuming a drug that you may or may not remember. Things like Esper weed and such are prominent here. And as you guys wander, people give you suspicious looks. Most people are husks, malnourished, with hollow faces, who run away from you, but others give you cold eyes, measuring you like a predator might in the wilderness. So it's pretty great. It's the same basically as where you guys just were.
Yep, just not as good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a slightly rundown Alterac. It's fine.
No, yeah, it's like the worst place of Alterac, but way worse.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's like Alterac now, basically. It's Alterac after you guys were done with it.
Too soon.
So
I thought it was perfectly acceptable.
So where do you guys go? You're going towards the Elven markets and such?
Yep.
Okay. And are all three of you headed there, or is it just Valdir?
Plan was they were going to get me close to there.
Yeah, kind of close.
Okay.
So I assume Faldir will alert us when we have reached that spot-ish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As you approach, you can see there are several places where there might be a dim light of a candle or a lamp. Little enclaves in this area wherein you find I'm not going to say booths but I'm going to say that there are sort of little inlets through narrow alleyways that lead you towards vendors of various capacities, some of which you're familiar with. And Valdir, you recognize not far an area of the Emerald Stone Elves, wherein you had previously made your purchases. And you sort of recognize that area.
Right. I'd like to go and talk with whoever I purchased those poisons from last time.
Okay. Are you leaving the rest behind now, or are they coming with?
I'm leaving them behind.
Okay. So we'll say two of you go ahead and take off your headsets as I speak with Valdir.
Bye.
So.
How's it going?
Yeah, I mean, it's going pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I like Dark Sun.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many weird magical things in it. Hypothetically speaking. They're not actually magical. Right. But you find yourself the the elf that you met before. He's an older man with thin hair, wiry and gray, with a couple black strands hanging down. He's sort of hunched over, with beady eyes. Ah, welcome back, my favorite
yes.
customer.
I bet you say that to all your customers.
I do.
Yes. This time I'm looking for a bit of information, if you would be willing to give me some.
Ah, information. Of course. But like everything else, I have to sell that.
Yes. So here's how we'll do this. I'll ask you a question, and if you have information, if you have something you can give me a price for what that information will be, and I will pay you to give me that information. How does that sound?
Fair enough, fair enough. I always treat my customers fairly.
Yes.
He smiles. As both of you know, that is certainly not true.
Sorely not true. Yes, exactly. Fundamentally.
Yeah.
Right. So, I've heard that there are 3 major gangs within the Warrens here. I was wondering what the relationship between these 3 gangs were, them being Runekeepers, the Iron Rats, and the Toothcutters.
He nods. He says, that one will make it cheap. A ceramic piece will get you what you need there.
Okay. I flip him a ceramic piece.
He catches it. Well, the Iron Rats try to stay invisible, not to be noticed too much, but they've got their hideouts. They're what they say they are. Creeping rats. Looking to steal. No honor among them. No business sense either. Which is really the greater crime. We don't hate them. Bought some things from them before. Sold them things from them before. Not all of them worked, so they don't want to deal with me so much. But we don't hate them. But if they start to encroach on our territory, sometimes bodies turn up.
I understand.
The Rune Creepers, vile little beasts. Fucking, they're not even people, if you ask me. Fucking animals. They'll attack a caravan, a shipment they don't even know what the fuck it is, and kill everything. I tell you, they've gotten high on poisons I didn't even know you could get high on. Kill themselves, hunting for anything that might please their flesh for a second. Dumb and wild. Brutal fighters. I respect the blade, but their minds are as dull as a brick. Fucking disgusting creatures. But they're halflings. What do you expect?
Alright. Second question. If I was looking to do some work of an unscrupulous nature, so to speak, who would I go to inquire about such things?
This one's for free. I could get you somebody to talk to, if that's what you're interested in. I know a couple people who could use a couple things. I could use a couple things. You know poisons. You know drugs. They're not made from sand and dirt. Well, I've sold some that are. But But if you would want to go out and fetch some things from some other living things, well, There's profit in that.
Alright. Not asking for a job just yet. I need to confer with my companions before I take anything, obviously, but thank you.
Of course. Anything for my favorite customer.
And on that, do you have any more of that lovely fear powder that you sold me last time I was here?
You know, I sold a good bit of it. I've got 2 runs of it.
How much was that again?
Well, I don't know what I said last time, but today the price, you know, demand's gone up. We're looking at a goodly 5 ceramics apiece.
A piece. You sure you can't give a little discount for your favorite customer?
I could, but you'd have to bring in a coupon. If you go fetch me something, well, I could certainly make it worth your while. I'll tell you what, buy something else, 4 ceramics apiece.
Alright, what else do you have?
Let me see. Something you might be interested in, huh? Let me see. And he begins to rummage through this box. And as you do, you have this thick smell of cyanide and other poisons that is just not the most pleasant thing in the universe.
Burning almonds. Great smell.
That's right.
Okay.
Exactly. Smells like purple flavored Kool-Aid. Anyway. Let me think here. Let me find it here. He says, let me see. I could give you something that makes somebody more open to what you might want from them. He says, I'll sell it to you for 3 ceramics.
11 ceramics total. Okay. I think I can handle that.
Now, if you prefer, I've got a truth-telling serum, but it's kind of pricey. You know, the truth is kind of pricey. I could sell you that. Now, I can't promise it'll work. Depends on how good you are, really. But
Dan is doing jazz hands right now in response to you.
it's fine. I'll kill him too.
I know. I expect them both to be eaten by halflings by the time I get back.
But that one will set you back 10 ceramics. It's the truth. The truth ain't free.
I don't need the truth.
Me neither. Is there anything else you need?
No, I think that shall do for now. Thank you. I may be returning at some point to talk about a job.
If you have any requests, let me know.
I will. Thank you.
The name is Slitch, by the way.
Slitch. Okay. I'll keep you in mind for all my poison needs.
That's why you're my favorite customer.
And I go and return to my companions.
You see him pull out a small rag, and he brings it to his nose and takes a long huff. Yeah, he's a great guy, basically.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what I figured. Yeah, sometimes you gotta deal with not great people.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Exactly.
He's not the worst person I've dealt with.
No!
Being honest.
He's honestly not even like top 3.
Yeah.
Alright, so Sean, go ahead and take your heads off for a second.
Yeah.
So you guys are hanging out at this sketchy place. Are you guys doing anything in particular? You're muted, like aggressively so. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
Shit.
Alright.
Goddamn. There he goes.
Just keeping my bag between me and a wall and watching for shit
Okay.
that seems exceptionally suspicious in our general direction. If it's not directed toward us, it may carry on.
My bag is prominently visible.
Yeah, no, I
Uh,
figured.
You got it open and
Yeah.
you're pulling out all your
Yeah.
valuables and looking at them.
I'm like counting my ceramic. I'm like flipping my gold coin, my 1 gold coin, just ting ting. Oakham. When we were in Greenus earlier, you bought canvas and coal. How come? Can you? I thought you couldn't. I can't read or do the other part where you make it.
I can't. But my father was a merchant, and on important documents, he would always put his name at the bottom. So I assume that's a thing you're supposed to do, and I was going to ask Baldir if he could show me how to write mine.
Oh. Yeah.
I figure it might come in handy with all the stuff we're doing.
Yeah, for documents. That's smart. That's good. I'm sure he would. I know you two don't always see eye to eye, but I know he respects you.
He has his merits.
I think that's nice.
No.
It's not
No,
nice.
it's like-
No, no, it is not indeed. It is in fact bad.
But anyway, at this point, you see a man, an elf, with a significant gut. Hey, you two waste walkers.
Hello. Yes.
Hey. Yeah,
Hello.
You interested in buying some goods? I got some things that you could use in the wastes.
I'm going to step firmly on Milo's toe
Oh!
and say, "No, not tonight, sir. Thank you."
Oh, are you sure? I've got plenty of things that might help you, Missy. I've got this paint here. You smear it across your face, and I swear you'll look like another person. It's based on Defiler magic. They say they had
Right.
to kill 4 slaves for it. And this here, the staff here, you break it. It glows green and will light your way for over.
I'm going to send a message to Milo and say, "Stop smiling, you idiot."
He says,
I look sad instead.
He just
and he says, "Oh, and he says, oh, and I've got this here," and he holds out a bag and he shakes it, and he says, "When you open this bag, you can pull the wind itself out. Throw it. It will move. 5 times you could use it.
No, thank you.
Oh, come now, I'm offering the best deals. They say that 2 pregnant women had to be killed for this bag. Quite powerful. All you need is but 10 ceramic pieces."
Unfortunately, we're between jobs right now, but I do appreciate the offer.
Well, you certainly have some things worth of value on you. Are you sure? I bet we could make a deal. It's all right.
Quite sure.
All right then. Well, my friend, if you ever decide to wear the pants between the two, you let me know, my friend. And he gestures towards Milo.
Milo makes no response or change in expression, just clamps down.
All right. I'll see you around.
Have a good evening, sir.
Oh, I will. Okie dokie.
Okay, once he's out of earshot, though.
Yeah.
Shirasa, that I want to throw the wind. That stuns.
but Shrossa.
So,
But-
Faldir,
but
as you
I'm on
approach,
it.
you can see a man, a portly elf, leaving the pair of friends that you have, and Milo looking searchingly at Shrossa, who has a grumpy face on.
There's a shock.
Yeah, so it's really just par for the course.
Yeah, I was about to say, this does not faze me.
Nothing unusual has happened, basically.
Right. Okay. We should probably go back to the inn to talk about things.
There's a man who had a bag full of wind that you could throw. And it was 10 ceramic pieces, but Shrossa
you buy
said,
it?
no, I
No.
want to. He just left.
Ah.
There's still time. If Shrossa says yes.
Right.
Maybe a different day, Milo.
The
Come
stick-
on.
You could break a stick
Come on.
and it was green. Okay.
Yep.
Milo's like, I've literally never got to buy anything with my money ever.
And the last thing I'm gonna no, that's not true. He bought drugs off some asshole in an inn one time.
And that worked out great!
Yeah, we went to a PSA, like an after-school special. This is awesome. I love
That's a
it.
fantastic night.
And he came and tried to sell you drugs again. I'm like, hey, fuck off.
It worked out great. Nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Somebody else got eaten by a cactus. It's fine.
Well, part of that was actually because he was addicted to drugs, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
But anyway. Because if you recall, he failed his con save.
Mm-hmm.
But
Jump.
anyway. So, so as you guys are wandering on the street, not that it matters, but what's the marching order?
Probably Faldir in front because he's the only one that knows his way through this place.
Yep. He's the one
Me
who
in middle and bulky Milo is the caboose.
Okay. So as you guys are walking down this dark street, you see a man, a halfling, come around a building, and you see him pull this bone longsword out, and he drags it along the broken path. And he stands in front of you, his eyes looking up at you with this hungry grin on his face.
Hello.
I did.
Drop your weapons.
Oh.
Right.
No. It looks heavy, but it's not. It's fine.
One second.
Are you a rune keeper?
He smiles. Yes,
Good.
he says. Drop your goods. And then some men step out from behind you.
Oh, no, you don't understand. Yeah, we were looking for you, actually. We wanted to talk.
I found you. Drop
Yes.
your goods, or we take.
No, I don't think we drop our goods.
No.
Oh,
No,
I don't,
we
I
don't.
don't.
We-
Yeah,
No.
I don't.
but- no.
No. I don't think so. If we can talk though, and we have a very good thing to tell you about.
You know, drop your goods. Then I guess
No.
we just take. And now
Would be an excellent time to
Should
roll
we
for
do the
initiative.
thing?
we roll initiative.
I may have revised my choice in gangs, guys.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this conversation went so well.
Or this may be like cementing. Yeah, these are who we want.
Yeah, this is a hazing. That's what this is. We're already in.
Yeah, blood in, blood out, man. That's how this works.
Nope. Yep.
All right.
Excellent.
Let me go ahead and.
This is the highest initiative roll I've literally ever had in my game.
It's like the lowest initiative roll I've literally ever had.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
Fowler,
pretty
good.
standard for me, actually.
it is your turn.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. That's fun. I'm just gonna, let's see here. I'm just gonna do one of these real quick and just see what kind of spacage we're working with.
Yeah.
And then, oh, don't you know, we're gonna do one of these.
All right.
Don't
Oh, yeah,
chuckle.
sure. Yeah, sure, you betcha.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No problem. All right. So so first we're gonna get. So it's on 3 of them, right? The 2 little guys, and then.
I don't think I can get all 3 of them because it's a cone.
Oh, okay, I got you. I
So
wasn't
I don't
making
think
that
I
hard.
can get that guy.
Yeah, it's a cone. All right, so 2 guys. So big guy and small guy. So
Mhm.
small guy does not succeed his saving throw.
That was an initiative roll.
I clicked on the wrong thing, I guess. Well, that's fine.
You can use it. That's fine.
It's also very slow.
It's fine. So what is this? A wisdom save? Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Boop. Yeah, he doesn't succeed. And then big guy.
A ruin creeper.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rune Creeper.
Okay.
It creeps through ruins.
Yeah, see, I thought it was a rune keeper.
Well, then I can't enunciate. But anyway,
Yeah, I also had it set as a rune keeper.
I don't care. They'll kill you all anyway. So does a 15 survive?
15 does succeed,
All
yes.
right. So only the little guys.
He drops his weapons and, yeah, all that good stuff.
There's a real big flea in.
Which is ironic,
Okay.
I feel.
Does he do as a reaction?
He does. He immediately drops whatever he's holding, and then he is frightened for the duration.
For the duration?
He makes a save once he is out of sight of me.
Alright, so he drops
Yeah,
his
so
weapons.
on his turn is when he runs.
Milo, it is your turn.
Well, feeling a little threatened, so I am in a rage. Do these guys have ranged weapons by the looks of it, or are they holding like
It looks like they have spiked clubs.
clubs? Okay. So I'm in a rage. I'm gonna take out my swatter. I'm just gonna go. Whoa, wait. We could still talk. We could look. We've got an offer for you, and I'm gonna ready an action to fucking bash him. If they get near me. Stay back.
Yeah, I'll say, so say it'll take one of your attacks, but you could try to roll like a persuasion roll.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion roll. Alright.
Mhm.
Okay.
Did it work?
We're about to find out.
Okay.
So no, these guys gonna come?
Okay. Well, Mr. First Guy, whoever he wants to be,
Yeah.
it's one
Yeah,
of
that's
those.
a hit.
Tell him a story of 14 damage.
Oof, he doesn't like that. Oof,
What's an 8 do for you?
it hits him. But anyway, everybody else feels great though. So it's at this point that another guy is gonna come around this dark alleyway, and he's gonna come say hi to Shrasa. So
Hey, what up, bro?
So first, these 2 dudes. Well, no, we'll keep moving. We'll say this guy's gonna come say hi to you. This guy's gonna run. Alright, so he's gonna run away for a bit. His buddy, not worried, is gonna come forward, and so is his other friend.
Mhm.
Right here. He's gonna come say hi. So you guys got a big old mess of problems.
Mm-hmm.
So first, these 2 little guys are gonna hit you, Milo.
I love how it's not try to hit you whenever in reference to Milo. It's just they hit you.
So here they come to hit you.
They'll miss.
So,
Okay, well that one won't.
Okay, so it's 3 points of damage, and roll me a strength save.
Yeah. Damage. Advantagely. Save. Oh wait. Do I get it? Yeah, I do.
succeed.
Hey,
And the other one's gonna try and whack you. I think that hits. Yeah.
of course it does.
So you're gonna take just 1 point damage. Just
Okay.
1 point.
Good point. And one of these.
Awesome.
Uh,
Hey, good job.
hey.
Knock him prone.
Yeah. Also, my strength save before was just a strength roll. I totally fucked that.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever.
And then Shrasa
Hey,
is gonna
that
miss.
misses.
This is gonna be sad. And then of course Faldir. This little guy's gonna take a swing at you.
Yeah, no, that'll hit.
So you take 3 points. Just 3
I'm
points.
probably gonna get knocked prone too,
Let's
because
see.
I'm not exactly stable. Oh no,
Fine.
I'm awesome.
You're awesome, indeed. That's how I would describe
I
it.
love that he just whacked you with a club that can knock some people prone, and fucking
Yeah.
lopsided Faldir was like,
Well,
I
you-
got a cane.
You have a
Yeah,
I
we got a
leaned
cane now,
heavily into
boys.
my
So-
cane.
Ah.
You rotten kids.
At this point, the big guy is gonna take a swing at you with his long sword, Faldir.
This is gonna be
gonna
considerably
take-
worse, I feel.
2 swings. So swing number 1. Does
Mhm.
11 hit?
Is that at advantage?
No. Does 11 hit?
Okay. It does not.
Oh, well that's great for you. Let me toggle advantage. There we go. And then he's gonna take another swing. 16 hit?
That'll hit.
Okay. You take 14 slashing damage.
That's not a small number.
But that's what he does. Does the
So,
fear
Hey
guy
there.
make
sword
any
that does
saves?
2d8. Damn.
Yeah. Well, he's
Gibbs
got
on that sword.
he's got a special buff that lets him roll an extra d8.
Oh, okay.
cool. So, my little friend there, that one,
Yeah.
I hit him. Nope.
No.
Try again.
That hits.
Round 3.
That one does not.
Okay, well, I tried.
All right.
Dark. I'm flustered.
I forgot. I will say this guy is bloody, by the way. Didn't mention that. Powder.
Which guy? Oh, that
The
one.
guy was a bloody symbol. Does the fear guy have to make a save whenever he's out of your vision or whatever? Isn't that the thing?
Yes, at the end of his turn, whenever he is out of line of sight to me, he can make a saving throw.
Okay. We'll go ahead and make him. Is wisdom? Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he's still scared.
Just running down the streets.
Which is not that weird.
Yeah.
it's part of that.
He runs past another guy going the other way doing the same thing.
Yeah. They're like, well, no, they meet each other and then they try to like step past each other, but they move in the same direction. And then it
Yeah, like,
Yeah, that's fine. It's your turn,
It's
Bobby.
moments like these that I wish I recorded these sessions.
Well, they're all recorded.
No, but I meant video recorded.
Well, that would take effort. I'm not gonna do that. So, Fabi, it's your turn.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not happy with the situation that I find myself in.
Okay.
But I can't really extricate myself from the situation.
But this is where I am now.
So this,
you
is-
could.
this
You
is
could
my life.
flee. You could flee into the more number of enemies.
Yeah.
That's my
and
option.
disengage. Yeah.
So what's it gonna be?
Well, I think I'm gonna try real hard to blind this guy in front of me if I can.
Yeah. What's he gotta roll?
Constitution save.
Okay. Oh, he's got pretty good con.
Of course he does.
1 second. He's got a 15 in con.
Womp womp.
All right,
All right.
Milo.
All right. So these little dudes are whipping their little bone sticks at me, and that's okay. But then I see the guy try and take a swing at Milo,
You
or
are
at
Milo.
Shrasa. I'm Milo.
All right.
Takes a swing at Shrasa
Yeah.
though.
Absolutely.
Milo's other
Half.
part, and I'm gonna wail at him. I'm gonna do it recklessly without any wreck at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the guy I hit last time. Swing him. Man, I've been getting a
Yeah.
lot of rolls that are real close to crits.
All right. Yeah, you clobber the first guy. You smash
Okay.
him across the skull. You feel a crushing sensation as he's battered back as you wield your swatter around.
Once that happens, I'm gonna step and swing at the guy who tried to hit
Trust.
Shrasa.
Oh yeah, that hits him. Yeah, he's hurt. He doesn't like that at all.
Yeah.
Boop.
Excuse me.
Alright, so it's these guys' turn. So the little guy gonna try to stab you, Milo, with his spike club. That's gonna hit.
You got advantage. Let's see if he crits.
Oh yeah. He just hits.
He doesn't.
Go ahead and roll a
Alright.
strength save.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, the other guy didn't like being hit by you, but he sees your sort of concern for Trassa. He's gonna try to hit her.
Rude.
Yeah, he's not a nice guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just 3 piercing.
Oh yeah, I have to roll a strength save. I was like, something happens after that, but I don't remember
That's
what.
right. Alright, you are now prone.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Okay. And the other little guy's gonna take a swing at Faldir with his spike club. Boop. For 5 piercing.
Yeah. I'm knocked prone.
Are you unconscious or just prone?
Yeah. No, I'm unconscious.
I was gonna
Knocked
say, because
prone.
you have like 19 hit points, don't
Alright.
you?
23.
Yeah,
So
like
at this
19.
point, this dude is gonna walk on
Mm,
over here.
good.
Say hi to the prone Trassa.
Good. Mm-hmm.
What does he do here? Nah, they're not that bright. He's just gonna stab you. So he gets advantage since you're prone.
Oh, I love that.
So that probably
Alright.
hits.
No.
Oh, good for you. But the 20 hits.
Yeah, 20 hits.
Okay, so you take 19 points.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus!
Jesus Christ. Alright.
Anyway.
Well, there's that.
Anyway, it's your turn.
I'm a stand back up,
Alright,
all casual like.
good for you.
Let's see here.
Let's see if the
All
if
the
the
other-
afraid guy is no longer afraid.
Oh, concentration would have been.
Yeah.
Was that a
Technically, it's concentration.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
see, he's fine.
I'm gonna say it's
Yeah,
not
it's fine anyway.
concentration.
I love the little fear icon. It makes me so happy.
Eek!
No.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm gonna stand back up and
Yeah.
let's see. I'm gonna hit him first, the big guy.
Okay, absolutely. No, you
Nope.
won't. Nah.
The
That's
fuck?
incorrect. That's incorrect. You will
I'm gonna
not
try
hit him.
again.
That will hit him.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh.
And then I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Faldir, I believe in you for 1 round.
Alright. Faldir, you're not unconscious.
What?
No, he's still unconscious.
No,
She
he's
said,
still
"Fuck you."
unconscious.
She
She said
I
she
said
believed in
sorry
me to
if
not
I did.
fail my death save, is what she
For
was
1
saying.
round.
Wow.
Yeah.
Harsh.
I mean, to be fair, it is a Strasza Faldir
Yeah,
interaction.
it's
we're
their
referring to here.
dichotomy. It's their relation.
She's not gonna lose sleep if my character dies.
Yeah,
Alright.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well,
I'll never learn how to sign my
it's
name.
your turn,
Hmm.
Faldir. Hey, 1
Yeah.
success.
Fuck you,
You're
Strasza.
fine. I believed in you.
It's your turn, Milo.
I had full faith in you.
Felder, get up! We need you.
Woo!
Roll a hit dice.
Faldir,
3 HP.
Faldir does exactly that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just prone. Just.
I think he's got the cane, though, in one hand.
Yeah, exactly. The fancy ass pimp cane.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna batter this. The dude who knocked Strasza prone.
Yeah.
Is gonna get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna do it. That's gonna kill him.
Now my little buddy to the north.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna hit him as well.
Mm.
The North remembers.
Yeah.
Oof. Oof.
He doesn't
Oh.
take as much damage as you might hope, but he takes some damage.
I did hope for more. Yes. All right.
Alright, cool. So it's these cool guys' turn. this guy looks down at you, Faldir. So your eyes flicker open.
He's just like, poke,
Woo.
poke.
Man.
But I'll say they shout for him to bring down that big one. So he's not really super concerned about you. So you can take an opportunity attack. against
I'm
him.
gonna say I got an opportunity attack while prone.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
with your cane.
Take your swing at
Can I?
him. Can't use the spell as an
No,
opportunity attack.
No. I was about to say, can I try and trip him?
Yeah, it's a contest.
Just to
Yeah,
Also
humiliate him.
nice.
Not to for any advantage. He can still stand up and walk back over, but just to humiliate him.
Yeah, he doesn't roll well. Alright, yeah. So he stumbles and falls prone.
Yeah. Damn right he
And then
does.
he uses half his movement to stand back up.
Yeah. Just chip the halfway.
And then continues
I
moving.
don't even care.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't care
worth
that
it.
he continued on
Fucking
doing
It was
this.
hit
worth
him,
it. Just, oh
but
shit,
no.
shit.
Doesn't matter to me.
Everyone laughs at him. He feels humiliated. He gets the condition humiliated.
He's disadvantaged on all attack rolls.
No.
The mechanical effect.
He has
is just
disadvantage on all proms.
minus
Right.
4 to minus 4 to morale.
It's okay. I don't think that's gonna affect him anytime soon.
You don't know that. You don't know what their culture's like. So anyway, he's gonna go ahead and stab at Milo.
Good luck
So,
with the armor.
boom.
The ancients. Yeah, that super hits.
7 points.
Okie dokie.
So, that happens to you. Make a
Gotta stay up.
strength save. Yep. And then the other guy's gonna whack you.
Mm-hmm.
2 more points. The big guy, also not concerned about you. He's gonna take a step. Faldir, you can't do anything.
I glower at him.
Oh, that's cool for you.
That face.
And the big guy is gonna take some swings at y'all's big guy. So here we go.
Mm.
That just
So
hits.
5 points of damage to you, Milo. Let me see here. Does he want to hit Strasza? Nah, he wants to keep on. Keep it on. So another 7 points.
Good.
He's doing the deeps. He's making a captain.
Cool.
So, Strasza, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try and hit the big guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna hit him both times. Good job.
There you go, roll 20. Come on, come on. There you go.
Okay.
That and that, and I'm gonna heal myself again because I'm really not gonna be able to take one more hit from him.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. All right.
Faldir.
I stand up.
Alright.
Nice.
I rise.
I rise. That's my turn.
I'm gonna come over here to my new friend.
Yeah.
I can go all day.
No, only one hit.
You
Only one.
Limp towards him.
Oh, yeah. I didn't hear no bell.
No, he can't even do that because he doesn't have the stick. He's got his walking staff, so he's just like waving his stump.
I didn't hear no bell.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna stab him.
Okay. Alright, yeah, that stabs him.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Mhm.
Man, that was good damage.
Yeah. And then I'm going to I'm gonna use my bonus action to turn to Milo and go, Milo, think of Jim. These halflings, they're like bricks.
Milo's like, stack them?
Yes.
Like quickly.
Hey, I was just unconscious. I'm not.
Yeah. Look at that. It's your turn, Milo.
All right. Thinking of Jim, I'm gonna go ahead and lay this brick to my north. Yes.
Yeah. That's gonna hit him. He doesn't like it.
Okay. More.
Yeah, that's also gonna hit him.
Do you want me to roll damage, or do we just want to?
For fun.
I want to know how much it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
not
really
that much.
low, actually.
But it is sufficient
Really low.
to finish him off.
Cool.
You turn him into mortar.
Alright. So you definitely kill that guy. Now it's these guys' turn. This first little guy is gonna hit Strasza. Let's see here. No, I clicked the wrong thing. Stop doing that.
I was like, what is happening?
Bang. Not what I want to do. I assume 11 misses.
Yeah.
Okay. So, at this time, you see Feared Guy comes back.
Just running in the same manner, though. Just.
Yeah. But this time he comes back with some friends.
Oh, good.
And then, see the same, you can hear footsteps coming down the other way.
Good.
Alrighty. So,
Like whack-a-mole.
yeah. Big guy. He's gonna look around at his dead companions. And you three. And he's gonna take a step back, holding his shield towards you, Faldir. And he says, "Stop." And he looks at Milo and he says, "We fight. You stay back."
Turn to Shrasa and Valdir. Do what he says. Kind of looking at all the other peeps. It's okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Would you?
Fine, but
And he points. Would you rather fight, puny man?
Fine. I back away.
Okay.
Turn them all.
Does Shrasa back away?
Yeah.
You guys back away, and you can see the other halflings kind of eyeing you. This guy also is going to back away. So, Milo, your buddy's gonna look at you. Sword drawn. And is gonna take a pair of swings at you.
that hits.
Hmm.
But does he break it?
That's the question. He does not.
Ah!
I was
Was
gonna
that
be so
20,
excited.
24? Shit, 12. Okay.
Well,
And he's gonna take another swing at you. He's gonna
Jesus.
he's gonna roll like a champ. How's Milo doing?
That was great.
Alright. So is this guy, so
Okay. Kind of spit out some blood, I guess. Just nod back at him. Okay. And I'll take some swings at him.
that's a hit. Yeah, he doesn't care for that. That's also a hit. He doesn't mind that as much.
He's alright with that. Okay.
Alright. He's going to take a pair of swings at you. Boop, boop.
Alright, so that's
So is that
8
like
plus 5.
13 more
13.
points or something?
That's fine.
That's good. Don't die. Or do die, whatever.
I die. To be a noble end.
Mhm.
Alright. I'll do my thing.
mm,
That's not gonna do it.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Really wish it sword had broken. It's kind of my whole gimmick. Thanks, Dennis. Thanks, Dennis.
Alright. Yeah?
Mhm.
Can't even be mad.
so you're
Yeah.
broke down now?
No?
No, the sword's not broken though. But
Jesus.
he's
We
really
can't even
hurt,
sunder
if
this
it makes you feel
blade.
better.
Nah. Not that.
Oh, I never put this on, but he's bloodied. He's been bloodied for a while. But so Milo falls unconscious.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and put that on.
So is it now my turn?
Can we say fuck this agreement?
Walk up and I turn him into a fucking slime.
Give him your
Let's
goods.
see who still. Let's see who still wants to fight after that happens.
Well, so I will tell you, as Milo falls, this guy battered. You can see he's been torn up from the fight. This small frame standing over your hulking mole friend. He drags his sword along the stone over towards you guys. And he looks at the two of you standing over Milo. He turns his back on him and says, "Now you drop your things. They mine now."
Jesse, I didn't agree to that part.
He holds up a bloody blade covered in Milo.
No,
gore.
I see. I've seen those before.
Drop your things. They are ours now.
So let me just
Look, let's
take a
take
step
a
back
beat
for a
here.
moment.
Let's-
Picture this situation, shall we?
we got off to the wrong foot.
The
My
fault-
name is Faldir.
So I'm going to reach into my bag and I'm going to pull out my knotted rope. And I'm going to look at him for a moment and just go, "Do you know what this is?"
Mine.
All right. I'm going to reach out and touch him
Yeah.
as I undo one of the
You
knots.
step forward and touch him. Okay.
Mhm.
Alright.
Mhm.
Give me some rolls. So first roll a d20.
I give you my inspiration.
For the D20 or for my attack?
The
The D-
attack.
For the
I
attack.
don't have no idea what the D20 does. I don't give a
Don't-
shit.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Alright. So, alright. Yeah. That's let me see here. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit him. So
20.
So at this point, we see Faldir run his hand along the note, muttering something. His hand takes as he runs his hand down the rope, falling along the knots, a bit of slime trickles down his hand. And he opens his hand and you can see this strange dark ichor attached to it. And he reaches out and grabs the arm of that's holding the blade towards him. And the man's knees buckle. The halfling then drops, held only by Faldir. And you see his entire form warp and morph as he slimifies.
A new ally has joined your cause.
So yeah, so it's pretty great, really.
Fucking sick, dude.
Well, I was sitting there and I'm like, okay, I can try and just verbally intimidate him, or I could just murder him in front of all of his friends. It's a tough call.
What do you do, Strassa?
I am gonna zip over here and use a healer's kit.
So while you start working on him, what do you do, Faldir?
You healed 12, Milo.
I'm going to turn to these halflings behind us and I'm going to shout at them. Does anybody else want any? Any of my things? Anything else?
You see one of the halflings step forward, and he looks at you. Who are you?
I am the Arbiter of Slime.
You are strong, slime man. They're not that bright. Okay.
I know, I
I
understand.
fucking love it!
Fine.
Slime ellipses man.
Yeah, he's like, there was another word.
Yeah, he's
too many
like,
syllables. Fuck it.
Mm.
your friend is also strong. As Milo, sort of ragged, gets up to his feet, helped up by Shrasa. I respect your strength. If you come back to our warren again, we will watch you stride, man. For we are strong, and you are strong. You see him shout something back in Halfling. And a little path parts.
Okay. Let's go.
Leaning on Shraza, kind of.
Yeah, I was to say, I kind of half carry Milo as much as a tiny monk can carry them all.
Yeah, and the slime's gonna follow me as we walk past the
like a
halflings.
like a puppy.
Yeah, a little slime pup.
Bloop 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 bloop.
Let's see here. I will say, anyone who's looking around at this point, I imagine not you, Valdir, as you're trying to look imposing. But anyone else who's looking around can go ahead and roll me a perception check. Wow. Okay.
You realize there are 20 people who witnessed me just use defiling magic.
To a degree, yes. As you guys move past a ruined, broken building, you see that there are eyes watching you. And you see one person scurry back further into the actual ruins itself, and you can tell it's not a halfling. And I will say, that Milo what do I want to tell Milo? I'll say, Milo, you're a cool person. Even though you died like a bitch.
Sure did.
2 13s in a row. Who
Yeah.
could have foreseen it?
What the fuck? How many?
How many single
You also
duels to the
rolled,
death
like-
are you gonna fail with 2 missed attacks at advantage? Yeah.
Yeah, life or death situation. How many hit points did he have left at that point? Out of curiosity.
12.
Yep. Cool.
Anyway. So you don't get to be a cool hero, only Valdir does.
Yeah, it's like really cool though, so it's okay. By the way, 12 is like my average roll on those dice. It's actually 13 is the average that it should be. So yeah, it's cool.
So. Guys leave the city.
There might be a small cult of halflings now worshipping me somewhere out there, but
You guys make your way through the streets. I imagine once you keep the slime the whole way out of the Warrens.
oh fuck no. Once we get past the halflings, I dissipate that shit. Yeah, no, we're just
You don't
walking.
want a
We get
little
back to the
slime.
golden annex, and I still got the slime. Like,
Yeah.
Oh right.
Bloop, bloop.
So as you guys sort of turn the
We'll need one more room for my friend.
move down the block a bit, Valdir, you dissipate the slime, but there's no sand for it to seep into, so it just and it spatters onto the wall of a nearby building. You can see this searing burn that evaporates, but the scar remains on the building and on the hard, broken road beneath your feet.
Hopefully nobody steps in that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We were originally going back to the golden annex, I
Yeah.
believe.
Let's make our way, limping back to the back to our room. Let's go to our room.
Home again, home again.
You guys make your way back.
Alright, once we're in the room with the door closed alone, turn to Faldir, go, Faldir, what did you do? You were seen.
By a bunch of halflings, or
People in the houses. And I saw Josie.
We have to kill her.
she must die.
Yes. It's a shame. She was a nice juggler, but she'll be an even better slime.
Slime, yes. I wonder if I can teach the slime.
I was
to
gonna say
Yeah.
it's still the slime juggling
Yeah.
tiny slime balls. Like,
Just
Actually
sits
got
there
the
and
knives
shivers.
sitting there like a jello mold, actually.
you
No,
you
just
set
inside of
three
it,
knives.
there's like bowling pins just going in a circle.
Yeah, exactly.
you put knives in it and it just jiggles and you go,
It's not quite the same, but it'll do. Okay.
The way Lear reacted, worse here.
What's the odds you think she'll tell anyone? You know her better than I do.
I mean, she seemed nice, but
And that's always worked out for us in the past.
but so did Fathalia, and he. What you do, others don't seem to understand that you do it for good. I think it makes them afraid.
Maybe we should move to another inn. Josie knows where we're staying.
This is also where we contacted for the meeting.
It's true.
In the Warrens, there was an elf man who had a paste that you could put on your face, and it would make it another face.
I have that disguise kit I can use if I need to look like
I
someone
think
else.
it was something cooler than that. I think they said it was Defiler. He said it was Defiler magic.
Right, well.
I don't know if that helps.
yeah, I mean, I would say use your disguise kit, but then I look pointedly at his missing arm.
There's Kane.
Yeah. No, I'm the other armless guy staying
No,
at the
with
Golden
my
Inn.
disguise kit I create a dummy arm that I just have to...
With like a little pulley system to
Just
make
swings.
It's
Yeah,
like
look,
the
I'm doing
character
the
from Young
robot.
Frankenstein with his
Yes.
it.
his wooden hand that he... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Funny stuff. We could talk to her. I don't know. I can't believe that little. I can't believe he felt well. Thank you, both, for saving me.
Oh, you would have done the same for us.
I mean, I did do the same for you in that.
Yeah, I know,
part
you have several times.
Boy. The witness, people are saying, maybe next time just leave me. Be okay. This causes problems for you or for the cause. Not worth it.
Right.
We leave.
So, as for what we initially set out to do there, it turns out
we had a mission.
We never have those, so it's really confusing when we do.
We
And
normally just
when we
walk
actually have
around
a
and fight
purpose.
things and get
Yeah.
strong.
that's the goal.
hmm
The Iron Rats and the Tooth Cutters don't necessarily hate each other. They aren't at war with one another. Sometimes they have skirmishes here and there, but for the most part, they aren't mutually exclusive to one another. If we wanted to try and ally with one or both, the Ruin Keepers, as you may have noticed, are not exactly amenable to working with others.
diplomacy.
Yes. Although I think we could probably get them to work for us at some point, given the turn of events we just had.
Rule them by force. They were supposed.
Yeah.
Okay. The Ruin Creepers at odds with the Tooth Cutters and the Iron Rats.
The Tooth Cutters don't like them. They think they're batshit crazy. So
Imagine that.
I don't know where they got that impression from.
Not a clue.
They seemed okay.
They seem like a lot of people I know.
Milo.
Ah, simple folk.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm. It sounds perfect world. We should be able to get at least 2 out of 3.
yes.
Hmm.
That said, that's requiring to be a perfect world.
Athos is.
I mean, where do we even start? Were they like, sure, let's work together? I doubt that. Do we have any jobs?
First of all, Athos is a perfect world.
Not according to Strasza. According to Aaron, it's pretty amusing. But
By the way, Dennis, your camera's frozen.
yeah, you're like super froze.
I turned it off for a minute because you guys were starting to lag on me, so I'm gonna leave it off for a second. Because now I can
Cool.
see
Okay.
you all, and I'll turn it on in a bit and see if it's functional again.
Did the person you spoke with know any contacts in either clan?
He actually is a tooth cutter,
Neat.
and he said he probably had work for me if I was interested.
Is working for them. Is that going to get them on our side? Or what's coming?
Potentially, it's kind of a step to getting them to our side. I feel
Okay.
because we can't just go in and out of the blue be like, "Hey, help us kill a sorcerer king." We need
Building bridges, so to
to
speak.
have war with them. Yes.
Whoa.
What's up, Bridge?
No.
You could make them out of bricks. So
I know all about bricks, bridges, share totes, but why can't we do that? Because that's kind of
because
what
it's asking a lot from complete strangers.
That's what happened to us. We're
No, we
doing
know
it.
Vordon. We'd worked with their allies before. And Milo, we're heroes of the people.
Of
People come
course.
to us and ask us of things. That's what they do. That's why we're heroes of the people.
Of course. Okay. Do you know what the work is? Or just you found out he had some?
He mentioned something about collecting components from creatures of some sort, essentially.
Because that went super well the last time we tried to do that.
It did so. We succeeded. And we grew closer together as a party.
Baldur's like, I see no downside.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of us together as a party. Looks to the empty fourth slot where a halfling once stood.
And an Aarakocra.
Okay.
And a Thri-kreen.
And a Thri-kreen at one point, yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, getting
Go
components
Cup.
from a creature, we actually haven't done exactly that. We got the head from a Dune Locust, but it wasn't for chemical purposes as far
Yeah,
as we
but
know.
it
Might
is
have
a
been.
component.
I mean, if you consider plants to be creatures, man, then we did this.
Which,
I do
like,
not.
in this world, though.
Some are.
I mean,
That's
I
fair.
mean, I was gonna say most plants we've encountered have been creatures. Like,
Being a vegetarian is actually pretty hardcore in Dark Sun.
yeah,
majority of
you gotta be
men's
pretty brave.
Plants in Dark Sun have been creatures.
Okay. Okay. Does he know someone in the Iron Rats we could speak to as well?
He didn't. I didn't ask because I wasn't sure what. I think we would do a few jobs for them and then go on to the Iron Rats. Ask if we could. I didn't want, without knowing fully well how their relationship was, I didn't want to make him think we were just going to turn around and go work for the other guys.
Hmm.
Okay.
Essentially.
Yes. Good. All right. Well, I suppose we can do this, depending on what our time frame is.
Yes.
All right.
Can we get some sleep now?
Yes, that's probably a good plan.
Maybe the ruin creepers. Maybe if we can get the other two, we don't need the ruin creepers.
Or maybe we can get all three.
They weren't
Yeah,
so tough.
that would. We can remain optimistic.
Thought they'd be better warriors. Than...
Milo's like they were.
Milo's, as he's rubbing the wounds from where he was knocked unconscious, I thought they would be better.
Yeah, I'm just like holding parts of me in.
Yeah.
They were not as good as I thought they would be.
Uh,
I don't know, they were pretty good. That guy was not the chief or something. He was not the best of them.
Kitty.
No, she's just like, hi.
That's right.
Hi. Jesus. Okay, fine.
So we go to sleep. We wake up. There's a million Templars in the room with me. I die.
Yeah, let's take a nap. I could. I'm gonna ask as we're going to bed. Wait, is it? Oh, yeah. Shrosa, could you say those words you sometimes say before we rest?
Your prayer feeling.
Oh, I was like, a bedtime story?
Sweet, soft kitty.
Oh, Jesus. You said kitty and she fucking lost her mind. Okay.
Kitty!
Yeah. There you go. Oh, wait, and Milo gets an extra D8.
Correct.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you, Shrosa, as I drift off to slumber.
Okay. And I think there's a good place to end the session.
Mhm.
As you guys recover from y'all's festivities in the wardens.
Gentle,
Mm-hmm.
gentle outing.